Hello and welcome to Wisdom Trek. This is Guthrie Chamberlain and I'm your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 7-day-a-week, 7 Minutes of Wisdom podcast. This is day 227 of our trek and we are continuing on our current trek, Your Life Plan Blueprint. On this trek, we are mapping out the framework that will assist you in setting your goals and creating a life plan for yourself. We have explored the purposes for an effective plan, some basic goal-setting principles. Then yesterday and today we are exploring the overall concepts of the 6-step framework to create a successful life plan through effective goal achievement. This powerful but easy-to-implement framework is the core of your life plan blueprint. Just like our Trek of Life, we will be taking the life planning trail one step at a time. If you do have any questions or like additional information as we go through this daily trek, either leave a comment at wisdom-trek.com or email me at guthrie@venturescg.com. Since our trek on this life planning will take several days, if you do miss any of the Wisdom Trek episodes, I encourage you to go back to wisdom-trek.com to listen to them and to read the daily journal. We are recording our podcast from our studios at Home 2 in Charlotte, North Carolina. We are enjoying the time that we're able to spend with our grandson Kip, who is staying with us for a few days while his parents are out of town. We do cherish the teachable moments of everyday life and take our responsibility to be a positive role model very seriously, without the need to be too serious ourselves. Proverbs chapter 13 verse 21 tells us, "Good people leave an inheritance for their grandchildren, but sinners' wealth passes to the godly." While this inheritance and wealth are so much more than money, it is the legacy that we leave each day, and that's very important to us. So let's head out on our trail for day 8 of our Wisdom Trek life plan process, which we refer to as Your Life Plan Blueprint. Yesterday on our trail, we started an overview of the framework that makes up the Wisdom Trek Life Plan Blueprint, which consists of 6 steps that I use the acronym of WESPER, which stands for Wisdom, which is to mean seek guidance from God and trusted mentors; Establish, which means to set a vision and goal in place; Strategy, which means to devise strategies to succeed in the goal; Planning, which means to identify plan elements based on the strategies; Execution, which means to bring the plan and goals to life; and Review, which means to assess the outcome and determine the next steps. Today we'll explore some more important factors about the WESPER framework. Things to know about WESPER. There are 6 things that we want to know about WESPER. First of all, it's applicable for any goal. As part of our life plan blueprint, we will explore setting at least one goal in each of the 7 areas of your wheel of life that we described on day 224. Those 7 areas are 1. Spiritual, 2. Family, 3. Physical and health, 4. Mind and intellect, 5. Personal and social, 6. Financial, and 7. Work and career. The WESPER framework is applicable in all areas of your life. What goals do you have? To find a job that you love? To lose some weight? To increase traffic on your blog? How about setting up your business? Or improving your health? What about buying a new home or building stronger relationships? No matter what goal you have, WESPER is totally applicable and relevant. In short, it can be used for virtually any goal that you might have in this world. The second point is, each step serves its own role and is pertinent to the success of the overall goal. They are individual parts of a system that make it whole. While it's only essential to actually complete the 5th step, which is execution, trying to skip any of the other steps will jeopardize your chances and degree of success. The third point is the steps occur in succession of one another, meaning that the first step needs to be done and locked in before going on to the second, and so on. Thus, each step should be defined as accurately as possible before moving on to the next to prevent disruption and rework. Say, for example, that you set a goal for yourself to lose 30 pounds of weight. You make a series of strategies and plans, but as you start to lose the weight, you find yourself feeling very tired, unhealthy, and looking actually weak. You realize that you do not exactly want to lose 30 pounds of weight, you actually just want to be healthy. Since the basis of the goal is different, this changes the in-between steps, like an increased focus on exercise, choosing healthy food, instead of just losing the weight. The further down you are in the execution and the larger the magnitude of the change in the initial step, the more disoriented it will be to revise your plans to reflect this change. Because of this, it is important to be rigorous at each step of the framework. Point number 4, progressions through the steps symbolizes your goal being manifested from a mental creation to a physical creation. As you start off with the first step, which is wisdom, it is essential that you seek guidance from God and other trusted mentors to ensure that your goal is wise and achievable. It is at this initial step that you can determine the why of the goal. After the first step, then you can confidently move on to establish a worthwhile and achievable goal. This is the creative part of the process. As you move through the steps, you are essentially taking the virtual creation inside your mind and giving it physical form and shape in our physical reality. The fifth point is it's best suited for taking big, long-range goals and creating the steps or short and medium-range goals needed for completion. Wesper is a framework for busting your big, long-range goals into easy-to-complete, smaller goals, which you are reasonably confident in achieving. This will promote your ability to move forward faster with more efficiency in completing your goal. The Wisdom Trek Life Plan Blueprint starts with the larger end goals in mind and works backward through the smaller steps that are needed to achieve the end game. And the sixth point is that Wesper sets you up for success in your goals. Having a systematic approach to goal achievement helps to dramatically increase the chances of success for two simple reasons. First, if there are problems with achieving your goal, you can always look back and identify exactly which stage the issue arose. Then you can resolve it from there. And second, it ensures all bases are covered so you do not leave any stone unturned. Starting tomorrow, we will be exploring in detail each of the 6 steps that make up the Wesper framework. I will be detailing the specifics of each step, the role it serves, and how to apply it in real life. While I am a big proponent of life planning with detailed goal setting, I also realize that there are many unforeseen circumstances that happen in our lives. The Wesper framework has built into the system a way to handle those situations. We do not ever want to make excuses for our inaction, but I also understand that ultimately God's Word should guide us in the steps that we take, as written in Psalms chapter 119, verse 105. Your lamp is a guide to my feet and a light for my path. The Wesper process dovetails into our concept of Wisdom Trek as we look at life as a trek that we take one step at a time. Tomorrow we will begin a detailed analysis of the 6 steps of the Wesper framework, starting with wisdom. So encourage your family and friends to join us and then come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. That will finish our podcast for today. As you enjoy your daily dose of wisdom, I encourage you to help us to promote Wisdom Trek in the following 4 ways. Leave us feedback about the podcast at wisdom-trek.com. On your smartphone, subscribe at iTunes, Google Play, Spreaker, SoundCloud, or Stitcher so that the podcast will be downloaded to you automatically each day. If you do have an iPhone or iPad, leave us a rating and review on iTunes. And the most important part is to please share Wisdom Trek with your family and friends through email, Facebook, Twitter, or in person as you meet with them, and invite them to come along with us each day. The journal for today's trek can be found at wisdom-trek.com. Thank you for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I do consider you my friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal each day. As we take this trek together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. This is Guthrie Chamberlain reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.